Hi, if you're receiving poor treatment in any type of relationships that you're in, and it doesn't seem like no matter what you do or however you try to address it, it just never seems to get better, or people just cannot understand or see the abuse or the poor treatment that's taking place, you might be a scapegoat. Hi, my name's Olivia. I am passionate about helping you understand what relational trauma is, how to address it, overcome it, and ultimately move on with your life. So today is all about understanding what is a scapegoat. This is coming from my book, A Scapegoat No More Forever. You can find it off of Amazon. So starting from pretty much ground level, looking at what is a scapegoat exactly. So a scapegoat is a role that's assigned to an individual, whether it's from a family, it could be from an entity, it could be from an organization, it could be within a workplace, it could be really anywhere you're interacting with other people, someone could be assigned a scapegoat. So a scapegoat is the person that all the shame and all the blame is dumped on. So a lot of times a scapegoat is assigned this role and they carry it out so that the system or the other person in the relationship doesn't have to take accountability or responsibility for what they're doing wrong and address it. So as long as you can be the scapegoat and take on all the shame and all the blame, then no other problems within that family system have to be addressed, or no other problems within that organization have to be addressed, or no other problems in that relationship have to be addressed, because everything can keep being the scapegoat's fault and they can take all the blame and they can be convinced that they're broken, that they're bad. If someone's constantly treating you like you're bad, telling you that you're bad, and every time, you're like, wait, you said if I did A, B, C, then this would stop. I've done A, B, and C for an extended period of time. It's not stopping. How could it be me? And you try and go and plead your case and show your evidence to support, like, it's not me. It's not me. Look, it's not me here. It's not me here. And it's just like, it doesn't matter. The evidence is just like it doesn't exist. It's like no one can hear you. No one can, you're not speaking the same language as them. It's just like it just doesn't matter. That's very familiar to someone who has been a scapegoat. And it's very hurtful and it's very frustrating because a lot of times scapegoats have really big hearts. They tend to be really sensitive and they're very relational. They care a great deal about the people that they love. And usually it's the people they love that are the ones who are scapegoating them. So you could see how painful and confusing this is. Being a scapegoat feels like trying to love someone who hates you. That's how painful it is. So I keep trying to love you and you keep treating me like you hate me and I don't understand it. So we're going to keep moving forward with being a scapegoat. A scapegoat and understanding, what is a scapegoat? A scapegoat is a lonely journey. So if you're a scapegoat, you probably feel very isolated within the system. You can feel really isolated in the relationship. You tend to wander alone. A scapegoat's job is to sort of be summoned and then have all the shame dumped on them and then be sent away. So our job isn't really leaving. Our job is, I come when you say, you do what it is you're going to do, and then you're disgusted by me, and then you're going to send me off. So that's really what a scapegoat's role is within the system. So they're taking on all the shame, all the blame, trying to be convinced that they're bad, made to feel that they're broken, something is fundamentally wrong with them when nothing is wrong with them. And it's very difficult for a scapegoat. Other things that go along with being a scapegoat is that we were talking just a second ago, when a scapegoat tries to speak up for poor treatment, they tend to be treated worse. So they can be called liar, be accused of just, wanting to make problems. Why can't they just, X, Y, Z? Why do they have to always find a problem when in reality there is a problem? Scapegoats can be hit, they can be lied about, they can be stolen from, and nobody cares. Nobody does a thing about it. It's as if they, like I said, they just can't see it. The other people within the system turn a blind eye. It's very rare to have someone in the system be like, hey, this is wrong. They can't do this to you. I'm going to stand with you until this is fixed, because a lot of times people learn really quickly, like, because if I stand with you, then they're going to do that to me. And I don't want to feel this. I don't want to deal with this. So they kind of abandon you also. So being a scapegoat is very painful. It is a role that is assigned. It is not a role that is chosen. It's very difficult to keep maintaining that status quo. People can do it for years. Someone could be a scapegoat for years, and it can happen in a family system. It could happen in a place like a workplace. It can happen within a romantic relationship. So it doesn't just have to be a family system. Although many scapegoats within a relational dynamic, like a romantic relationship, were oftentimes a scapegoat in their family. Not always, but if you try to scapegoat someone who was not scapegoated in childhood, they're probably going to have a pretty big problem with it right away and not put up with it. Where a scapegoat is used to being punished. So in a romantic relationship, when you start heaping that punishment, like emotionally distancing themselves from you, or causing you to feel like you deserve to be yelled at, or causing you to feel like you deserve to be iced out or told no, any type of punishment that a scapegoat receives, it's pretty familiar, and so they're more likely to accept it from a romantic partner than someone who's never dealt with that. So this is why, if it's in a romantic relationship, chances are you were scapegoated in childhood, but it doesn't always have to be. It's not 100%. So again, all of this comes from A Scapegoat No More Forever. There is great hope in understanding what a scapegoat is, how it is developed, how does someone go about making you a scapegoat, issues we face because we've been scapegoated, and then ultimately how to overcome it and move forward. So all of that is very possible if you have been scapegoated. So again, you can find this on Amazon.com. Also on relationaltrauma101.pody.com, there's a full course available, and I will leave both of those links in the description. I'll also leave a link to a playlist for Scapegoat No More, and also put some videos up that you can go watch if you want more information. So take good care. I'm hoping all the best for you, and I'll see you in the next one.